see if we can figure out the clues. We need to talk to Emma again. So, Emma stated that she'd not met Ryan.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
But she went to an Atlas seminar.
Aha.
Alright.
You said you went to an Atlas meeting with Simon.
Yes.
That's interesting, because I happen to know that Ryan is the main lecturer at Atlas. But you say you never met him. Why did you say you don't know him?
Okay, I need to tell you something. I just need to make sure Simon doesn't find out.
I won't be telling Simon anything
Absolutely.
he doesn't have to hear.
And you can't tell Rebecca either.
Go on.
Okay, so the affair that happened was between Ryan and I.
Knew it.
I was having the affair, and Kate knew.
So Kate was blackmailing both of you?
No, she didn't care about me. It was part of the course, you see, having to take all these risks. She thought it was funny to turn her back on Ryan. She thought I wouldn't care.
But you did.
Yes, I was already with Simon when Ryan and I, and I didn't want Simon finding out, and Kate thought that he wouldn't, but I didn't want her risking it. And then if Rebecca found out, then Simon would definitely have found out, and then it would have blown up, and it would have just been a big mess.
So you just argued and... what?
What's wrong with his hat?
Well, she just stormed off and broke a window.
Oh, she
And
broke
that was it? You didn't see her again that night?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes. I promise.
His hat is magnificent.
7 o'clock. So, Ryan's a bit of Lothario, is he? I think it's time I met this Ryan Rand face to face.
Hey, we finally get to meet Ryan. That's good. Is volume okay? I tried to make sure it wasn't too loud, but not too soft, so we could hear voices, because I know there's no subtitles in this game. Let's see if he's at Atlas. How are you doing, Yoshi? Ryan.
Yes. Detective Inspector Jenks, I'm conducting an investigation in the area. Wouldn't mind asking you a few questions, all right?
I'm doing well also, actually.
Come in, Inspector.
Thank you.
Ryan does not look how I expected him to. Ooh, those couches. Slippery.
Drink, Inspector.
I'd better not, eh?
So you wanted to speak to me?
I believe that Kate Vine was a student at Atlas.
Kate Vine?
Kate Vine.
Well, yes, she was. All of this has been thoroughly investigated, Inspector. It was suicide.
Well, we have reason to believe there may be rather more to it than that.
Really? Well, then, in that case, I'd be prepared to assist in any way possible.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
I guess there's some subtitles. But yeah, the day has gone well. I had doctor appointment this morning, and then I had to go to Costco, which was a nightmare, but I got through it. So I had to push back my time slightly from 2 to 3 today, but that's okay. Let's see. Let's start at the top.
I believe the last time you saw Kate Vine was at the pub last Friday, then you came straight back with some of the students, is that right?
Yes, I like to have a glass of port or two after a long day, and benefits of being married to the landlady.
How did she seem that night?
The landlady?
Kate.
Oh, Kate. Well, she was her usual self, drunk.
That was usual.
It was for her, yes. I mean, it didn't impair her ability, though. She was a very bright star, lots of potential, very enthusiastic.
So she seemed to be enjoying the course?
Well, as far as anybody could tell, yes.
When did you first meet her?
When she joined, about 3 months ago.
And you hadn't met her before then?
No.
It's interesting because the course
So
is only
you
3
didn't
months
suspect
long.
there was anything wrong?
Well, do you mean, did I expect her to drown herself? Of course I didn't inspect her. It was quite a shock. Nobody expected that.
You know, it's really difficult to drown yourself. Like, I feel like the body kind of takes over at that point. I don't know. And normally, women take pills and stuff like that in terms of suicide.
Have you seen this before?
Not that I recall.
You don't know whether Kate had lost this or not?
No, I've never seen it before, sorry.
Why would he know about it?
Does Simon Thompson ride a bike, do you know?
I think so, yes. I think he drives as well, but I might be mistaken.
He drives? I guess we could ask Simon maybe about that. If we can.
Know what this is?
Yes. It's a freedom necklace. It's a symbol that we use on the course. It's supposed to represent freedom from the chains of your ancestry.
Have you ever bought one of these?
I haven't, but I've seen the students wearing
Thank
them.
you. Alright, Yoshi.
Have you tried Simon's homebrew?
Does he make homebrew? No, I haven't had the pleasure, sorry.
I don't know, he seems like the type who would try anything.
What do you know about the broken window at the back of the pub?
Oh, Rebecca told me about it. I don't know how it got smashed, though. I told her to tape over it. We can't have anybody cutting themselves. You have to be very health and safety conscious these days.
I mean, you have to be safe for your customers? I know, it's awful, isn't it? Alright, what's with the creepy mask?
Can you tell me about this?
Haven't seen that for a while. I had a friend who used to make them for us for the course.
Scary.
He passed away last year.
What does the symbol mean?
It's borrowed from paganism. It's the symbol of the triple goddess.
Maybe
The
that's where I've
mother,
seen it
maiden, and crone, represented by the waxing and waning of the moon. It's an ancient symbol. It predates Christianity. Some people say that it dates back to Paleolithic times.
And is that relevant to the course?
Well, no. I mean, it's a symbol we dabbled with, but it's not particularly relevant. We don't use it on the course, no.
I mean, there's a lot of shit that predates Christianity.
Do you know anything about an argument in the pub last Friday?
What time?
I believe it wasn't long after the pub opened.
No, I usually leave for the manor house about 6.
The manor
I start preparations around 6:30. I like to get a head start.
Tell me about this.
It's the first one we ever had made. We had it designed by an agency after we'd spent weeks trying to find a name for this place.
It took you weeks.
Don't be like that, Inspector. I thought it was a rather grand name. Actually, if I'm being honest, I plucked it out of thin air one night in the George while I was having a few gin and tonics. Well, actually, somebody left a book and I stole it.
Stole it. So why would you pick the name Atlas randomly? It's him, it's Ryan, who he spoke so much disdain with in his opening. Yeah, I mean, the problem is it could be like a red herring that Ryan is the bad guy, quote unquote. I feel like they're really kind of pushing towards him, but we'll see.
Have you seen one of
How's it
these
going, Millie?
before?
I believe that looks like a scrying mirror to me.
You have seen one before.
Well, I used to have one myself, actually, along with lots of other bits and pieces of that nature. Silly things, you know.
Really?
Yes, when I was in my teenage years, I had quite an obsession with that kind of thing. I was a very somber child, and well, not that you could tell, always playing fantasy games, reading books about that kind of malarkey, you know.
What sort of books did you read?
Well, books on black magic, not the chocolates. Witchcraft, satanic rituals, that kind of thing. I grew out of it, of course.
But you're not into that sort of thing now.
Of course I'm not. I mean, I don't need to believe in the supernatural, Inspector. The natural world is far more interesting. Don't you think so?
Yeah, sorry about the audio. Is it any better now? I pushed it down to 20. Let's see. Okay. As long as everything is like together, I suppose that's fine. So he used to have a black mirror himself. Doesn't believe anything supernatural now. No one is this bad at hiding their intentions. He's very much a red herring. Yeah, I think so too. Okay, awesome. Thank you. So Emma did admit, I don't know if you saw Millie, but Emma did admit to having the affair.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
With Ryan. Let me see. Just remember from last week. Okay. I think I can replay that part, actually, that Emma stated. Or this is just kind of so like, tried to persuade Kate to not blackmail Ryan. Definitely had the affair with Ryan, and Kate wanted to blackmail Ryan over the affair, so. When am I playing Five Nights at Freddy's? I assume that's what you mean. I don't think I'm gonna play that. Yeah, the fact that he's using, like, the triple goddess symbol is odd. But why would... So the mask was made by a friend who died last year, which is odd. Let me look at all his replies in one go. I played any of the Blackwell
A few
games.
more questions, if you don't mind.
I don't know that I recognize that. What type of game is it? Last saw Kate at an Atlas meeting last Friday. Was drunk last Friday. First met Kate 3 months ago. Said Kate enjoyed the course. Hadn't suspected she had any emotional problems. No one is still copying up to this license issue. Also thinks that Simon drives, but isn't sure. So why would he ride a bike then? I mean, it's a small town. Doesn't look like we can tell him more about the window, because we know that Kate broke it. Point and click adventure game has a similar combining clues and interrogating subjects. Oh, interesting, okay. Ah, thank you for the croutons. 2 croutons. 3 croutons, that's a lot of drinking. 4. Are you okay? How long did you want me to drink? Seems that Kate was going to report Ryan for having an affair and was killed by the big cult. Seems pretty open and shut, but we probably have to expose the cult's secret atom splitting operation. Oh my god. How long is the take a drink supposed to last? Well, then I'd have to, like, go use the bathroom for, like, a lot sooner than expected. Alright, I'm hydrated. I mean, surely the game isn't, like, going to push it that obviously, right? It's supposed to be a mystery game, not a figure it out at the start and then push it towards that.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Let me go see if there's any new options with the other folks. We haven't spoken to Simon in a while.
There you go.
Oh, he's got his little apron on. Mystery games have been that obvious before. I've never actually
Smells
played...
nice. What is that?
Chili pork.
I had no idea you were a cook.
Oh no, I used to be more into it. No, I don't do it so much. Used to grow my own herbs and everything.
Oh, here?
No. At the farmhouse where I used to live.
Oh, where was that?
That's where James lives. Yeah, we used to share a house together. The farmer used to let us use a corner on his greenhouse to grow stuff.
I didn't know you knew James that well.
Well, didn't really get on.
Where are the greenhouses?
Well, it's
We
just
saw
through
them.
the farmyard at the back.
Interesting.
Anyway, yeah, I haven't played LA Noire before. I know when I cook, I put on my fancy dress shirt. Yes, of course, everyone cooks in their fancy dress shirt and pants. It's nothing new. You know, I could use an apron as well. I know that whenever I cook, and I do cook quite often, I do tend to make a mess on my clothes, so...
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Emma thinks James is creepy. There's nothing new. Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, that's
The
it for now.
lost
Thank
driver's
you.
license is still bugging me. I feel like we should be able to ask more about that, but I don't know. Let's check out the greenhouses again. Is this it? Where's the farm? There we go.
Simon mentioned another greenhouse on the farm. Must be up the hill over there.
Okay, so we have new things unlocked that we can go to with the conversation. Go into the large greenhouse. Ooh. A wibbly door. What do we got? Herbs.
I wonder if James knows this is here. Don't know what it is, but
Is
it'd
it
be interesting
weed?
to see what he says about it.
Is it weed? What did we pick up? Packet of dry leaves. A packet of suspicious-looking leaves was found in the greenhouse at the farm. Why is it suspicious, though? Nothing else in here? Sure, leaves. Is it mint? I don't recognize herbs that well.
A couple more questions, if that's okay.
Alright, what are the leaves?
Could you tell me what these are, please? I found them in the greenhouse.
Been snooping around on the farm, have we?
It's called investigating, James.
Yeah. It's just mint.
Oh, it is mint.
Mint leaves. For cooking.
Yeah, I heard you were a bit
Good
of a
job,
budding
Mary.
chef.
Dabble a bit. Won a few competitions.
Very impressive. So you normally just leave packets of mint lying around?
Must have dropped it.
Why do we care? So cookery competitions, which is a funny word, also cookery. Maybe we can talk to Simon.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Maybe he was in the cookery competitions with James.
A few more questions, please. Thank you. Know what these are?
No. Look a bit like sage leaves.
Haven't seen them before, though.
Not at all, no.
Wait, I thought he cooks a lot though, right? But there's no option to like... Leaves could be sage. So are they mint or sage? Ooh, sage would make more sense though with the like the new age stuff, because sage does the whole purifying the house thing, right? So it would make sense for it to be sage. Is sage super similar looking to mint? This isn't a contradiction.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
See what Emma says.
You know what these are, by any chance?
No. Sorry. I don't know anything about plants or things like that, but you should ask Rebecca. She used to live on a farm.
Okay, so we might
She'd
be able
know.
to get like a for sure answer from Rebecca.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
I like this shot. That's such a cool shot.
Ask you a couple more things, please. Do you know what these are?
Oh, magic mint. Where did you find this?
Magic mint.
Magic.
Salvia divinorum. I used to grow it years ago. It makes you trip.
In what way?
It's a hallucinogenic and legal. Quite a dangerous combination, really.
Do you use it?
Me? No. No, I don't even take medicines. I like to stay pure.
I didn't expect Rebecca to know about growing drugs. I know she claims not to use them herself, but I'm not so sure.
Is this like a legit thing? Salvia divinorum plant. So it's not mint nor sage, but it's magic mint. It is real? Oh, okay, interesting. Is it legal?
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Let's ask James about it. S. divinorum is legal in some countries, including the US, at the federal level, but over half the states have passed laws criminalizing it. Interesting. So essentially illegal if you're in a state where you can't have it.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
Tell me about the drugs.
Ever heard of Salvia divinorum, James?
What's that, skin cream?
It's not a skin cream, no. It's a plant.
Really? Don't know much about plants.
So you've never heard of salvia?
You're growing it.
No.
Legal in all the middle states, but if you go west of Texas, it's legal. Interesting. Won cookery competitions, but doesn't know much about plants. Come on. How is that not a contradiction? You're growing it. Yeah, owns a greenhouse but doesn't know much about plants. Do we have a specific greenhouse thing? Herbal tea. Mirrors. Come on, like, you grow an herbal tea. Maybe this is the herbal tea as well, the Salvia divinorum thing.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
I guess we could ask Simon about it to see. It's annoying.
Ask about a few more things, please. Ever heard of Salvia divinorum?
Salvia divinorum.
Magic mint, same thing.
Oh, yeah, you mean the drug? Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, ever tried it?
Like once or twice, yeah. But it's not really my sort of thing. It messes with your brain. I've never tried any other drugs either.
I mean,
well, nothing like that.
Isn't
Nothing
that generally
hallucinogenic.
what drugs do? Is mess with your brain. hadn't seen the leaves before. And we can't ask him about the homebrew tea. Or the tea that he traded James with.
That's it for the time being, thank you.
She's not
Ever
gonna know
heard
anything.
of Salvia divinorum?
Yeah, I've heard of it. It's a drug, isn't it?
Yeah, hallucinogenic drug. Ever tried it?
No, I've never taken any illegal substances.
But this is legal, right? Apparently. So, like, that's kind of a loophole. Yeah, he's, like, holding this little baggie in front of him, like, do you know about the drugs? So I've asked Simon, I've asked Emma, I've asked James. Rebecca told us about it. I feel like maybe we're missing something with James.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Let me try the inspector phone again, because I know the last time we tried it, it didn't give us anything. So I'm curious if that will give us a teeny tiny little push. Oh, Ryan, yeah. Okay, let's do that before we. Nope. We're not stuck yet then. Surely Ryan uses it with their role playing.
Couple more questions, if that's okay. Do you know what this is?
Looks like chopped tea bags to me. What is it?
I just thought you might know.
I like how it has a big
I don't know anything about
M.
plants, Inspector. What you should do is ask Rebecca. She knows far more about these things than I do. Messy things, growing things.
Yes. I like how they never actually show him drinking from the glass. They just show him bringing it up to his mouth.
Have you ever heard of Salvia divinorum?
Yeah. What is it?
It's a hallucinogenic plant. A legal one. At least for the moment.
I've no
He
interest
swallowed.
in drugs, Inspector. My job. That's the only drug I need. As trite as that may sound.
Do you know any students who may have used hallucinogens?
No. My students aren't interested in that kind of thing. Besides, no one is allowed drugs or alcohol onto the site. I don't think anyone has ever brought drugs to Atlas.
Do you have any medicines on site at all?
No, we're not allowed. Insurance purposes.
Not allowed, yes. Insurance purposes. That makes no sense. Doesn't allow drugs or alcohol, but Kate was drunk at Atlas, wasn't she? At some point? Drunk at the meeting, yeah. Really? I mean, I guess she could have drank before coming to the meeting, but then why allow her to continue with the meeting? That's so annoying. If you're a diabetic, you're just not allowed to take the Atlas course. We're gonna continue with this game until about 4, and then I'm gonna switch over to the sci-fi game to try that one out and see how that is. So... doesn't keep medicines on site. The clock noise is like in my headphones, but the clock noise that's ticking sounds like it's in my room. But I'm like, I don't have a clock, so...
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
There's gotta be something that James isn't talking about, right?
A few more questions, please.
Yeah, you'd feel like that would be easy to disprove, but... I still feel like this is a contradiction. Because if you won, like, a cooking contest, then surely you know about spices and herbs and all of that. I guess that doesn't mean you know much about plants, but still...
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Well, let's try the chief and see if there's anything there. Because I am curious how that works. It's a very long number. Now it's not going to have anything. So we're missing something. Let's look at this then. The woods again? What did we miss? How would we know?
You mind not defacing public property, please?
What's it to you?
Well, I'm a policeman.
And that's supposed to make what difference exactly?
It means that you do exactly what I tell you to do.
Or what? Or you arrest me?
Seems a bit
No, I'll give you a
power
fine this
struggle.
time.
So, if I do something that you don't like, I have to give you some money. What happens if you do something that I don't like? You're gonna give me some money?
Look, I do not have time to discuss it at the moment. Can you just go?
Pathetic.
Rude. That's a really good carving for it to be in bark.
What a prize brat. But why would he carve that into a tree? Either he's a die-hard rock fan, or there's more to that symbol than meets the eye.
Yeah, that's like a super clean carving. What does this matter? This makes no sense. What, now we're just gonna ask people randomly about this and that's it? Like... Alright. Ryan, somebody was carving on your tree.
Ask you a couple more things, please. If I did this, would that mean anything to you?
It's a devil sign, isn't it? Is that what you're getting at, Inspector?
This is not something you use on the course.
Of course it's not something we use on the course, Inspector. I don't even know what that could possibly mean, exactly.
It's a cult. I don't have all day. Can you leave?
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever
few more
seen
questions,
that
if you don't
as,
mind.
like, a demonic symbol.
If I did, this, would that mean anything to you?
The way he
Who
says
did you
that.
see doing that?
Someone in the woods, carving it into a tree.
That was Kyle. It's a guy from the course. He's an idiot.
And where does he live?
I can't remember. Somewhere outside the village? The three fingers thing is something the students started doing. It's something from the course. The three freedoms.
It is something from the course, then.
The three freedoms? It's from the course. It's a phrase.
Free to be free.
Free yourself from the things that are holding you back, right? Things that stop you being successful.
What are they?
There's fear of failure, guilt, and a doubting, a self-doubt.
You believe that?
Yeah. Guilt ruins lives. It stops you looking forward. It serves no practical purpose. It's basically destructive.
Right.
So,
Free to be free. Not the most original slogan, but I wonder how far this freedom goes.
right. So if you're being taught that guilt should be let go, and somebody murdered somebody, I'm just saying, like, that phrase could essentially free you from that. So Ryan's just lying, then. Let's
Thank
visit
you.
Innocence
Probably
here.
be back later.
Do you know the phrase free to be free?
Yeah. It's an Atlas thing. I first heard it when I went with Simon.
What did they say about it?
They said that you shouldn't feel guilty if you do something wrong.
See? Like murder.
I don't agree with that.
No?
No. No, I think you should feel guilty if you do something wrong.
What did Simon think?
I don't know, but I don't think he agreed with that either.
Doubt Simon agrees with it fully. Alright, well, we definitely
Thank you.
have to talk
Probably be back later.
to Ryan about it. Let me just double check there's no other... Yeah.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Well, let's stop by Rebecca really quick, actually, to see if she recognizes it, and then we can go to Ryan and catch him in some kind of contradiction, I'm sure. Such as the whole, like, we totally don't use it in the
A
course.
few more questions, if you don't mind.
If I did this, would that mean anything to you?
Why is it meant to mean something?
No, it's okay.
She has a lot of vocal fry. I don't like it.
Ever heard the phrase free to be free?
Do you mean the Atlas thing? Yes, I have.
Know what it means?
It means being free of guilt.
What do you think about that?
You mean, do I think it's a bad thing?
Do you? I mean, surely if you have done something wrong.
Oh, but that's the point, Inspector. Most people spend their time feeling guilty over nothing, and that's not a good thing.
Someone who tells them not to feel guilty about feeling bad would cheat on their wife. Agreed. Agreed. Especially with if they were cheating on their wife with a student of a course, which we're still not sure how old everybody is here. Okay,
Be
to
back
Ryan,
later
then.
on, if that's okay.
There's gotta be something that, with Ryan that we can catch him out on. Walk faster, Jenks. urgent.
Couple more questions, if that's okay. Can you tell me a bit about the phrase free to be free?
Free to be free, my favourite motto. Well, we teach our students that people, well, they suffer from excessive guilt, don't they? Excessive self-criticism, excessive doubt. Evils of excess, we call them. And we tell our students that if they rid themselves of these evils, then they're free to realise their full potential.
Who came up with all this?
I have a background in psychology.
Honestly?
Yeah, don't look so surprised, Inspector. There's an intellect lurking in here.
When did you come up with the phrase?
When we were based at the village hall. When I say we, I came up with the phrase. Dad's more the money man.
And very successful at it too, I hear.
Oh, he's successful, but he's not a creative man. Dad suffers from a lack of imagination.
So just because you have a background in psychology doesn't mean you can go around making cults. Just saying. So does he not know that the finger sign was, like, being used? Still. So where is Kyle?
Thank you.
At the
Probably
moment?
be back later.
Getting a BS doesn't mean you start spouting BS. That's a good phrase. Is there anybody in the reading room? Yeah. Oh, hello.
We're just starting a session, do you mind?
I'm terribly sorry. I'll leave you in peace.
Okay. Oh, did I not ask Simon about it? Or was Simon the one that told us about it? Yeah, I guess he told us about it, so we can't ask him about it. Maybe we could ask James. I think James is clamming up a bit.
Thank you. If I did that, would it mean anything to you?
Yeah, it's a Satanism symbol. Satanists use it.
Have you ever seen anyone using it?
Lots of people. Politicians, presidents,
God.
CEOs.
Have you ever seen anyone local using it?
Not that I remember.
Yeah, he's definitely one of them. He's a conspiratory person.
Ever hear the phrase free to be free? Heard anyone use that?
Nah. What is it, a song?
No, I don't think so. Doesn't matter.
I mean, it kind of matters, Jinx. Well, let's go ahead and save for now, and then I am curious about trying out the sci-fi game. So let's do that.